Good to have you in. Eddie Johnson played in the NBA for 17 years. He's now a broadcaster for the Phoenix Suns, been doing it for years. Also has his NBA Today show on Sirius XM. So I was surprised. I thought it'd be a 5-game series. Eddie, were you surprised? It felt like sometimes time off affects players differently. And I didn't think the Suns came out with a ton of energy in the first quarter. And I thought the Clippers whatever it was, were you surprised that the first quarter got out of hand really quickly?
I was surprised, but I expected a malaise. I did. Look, and you just said it. The Suns at home, confident, feeling good. Paul George is not with the Clippers, where the Clippers, they come in with their week off. They know they have to play at a top game, and they're going to be more focused. And that's what we saw. I mean, we saw it. I felt it after the first 2 or 3 minutes. The Suns' shots were flat. The effort wasn't there at a high pace. And then when they did turn it up, it was too late, because now when it's a close game, anything can happen. And the Suns had uncharacteristic turnovers. The Clippers knocked down some threes, and they got out of there with a steal in game one, and that's how you do it.
I love Monty Williams, but KD had one shot in the last 6:30. How much of that is on the coach? Call timeout, direct traffic.
It's on the coach. It's on Chris Paul. It's on anybody that understands that the reason we got Kevin Durant is for those reasons. Shoot the ball, especially in crunch time. He had a huge three to get us back from 9, and we had an opportunity to still win the game, but we couldn't get an offensive rebound. So that will not happen again, I guarantee you. And I believe it'll be more on Kevin Durant to make sure it does not happen again. Obviously, he's still making an adjustment to this group, and I think he's going about his way, but that cannot happen. I mean, it's either he or Devin Booker taking those shots near the end, and that did not happen on a consistent basis.
What do you make of Westbrook, a guard that can't shoot, but his relentless energy? He may be the best athlete in the league, but he doesn't have great hands, so he doesn't catch it particularly well, doesn't shoot it well. What do you make of him as a player? Was there anybody in your 17 years that was a great athlete at guard but really wasn't a shooter but could still be incredibly important and productive?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of defensive-minded players, right? T.R. Dunn comes to mind with Denver. Look at Michael Cooper in L.A. I mean, he was a decent shooter. He's better than Westbrook was as a shooter. But, he wasn't a big-time scorer, but he could affect the game. Dennis Johnson, even late in his career where he wasn't shooting, he could affect the game. Look, Westbrook took over the game down the stretch. And it's funny. Like, I've always said this about him. I know people want to get on his shooting. And right, if he keeps shooting this poorly in this series, I think the Suns could probably turn around and win 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe they'll be able to withstand them, because the Suns came back in that game. They shot 47%. They shot more free throws. I mean, they did everything statistically to win, but they allowed them to get themselves behind by 16. And then when they did catch up, Westbrook's energy will never fade.
Yeah.
And he got key rebound after key rebound, a big-time block on Devin Booker late in the game. And there it is. And so I love Russell Westbrook. I thought the crazy thing is I actually believe that Ty Lue would take him out, because normally he would when he's struggling.
Yeah.
And he left him in the game. And that surprised me more than anything.
Listen, I've been a Chris Paul fan forever. Offensively, though, he's not the same player. What is a realistic – you do their games. What is a realistic box score for him going forward in the playoffs at this point?
I think he'll score well. He missed shots yesterday, Colin, that he does not miss. People can put it on age and all of that. He's been shooting the ball fantastic over the last month and a half. His three-point shooting has been ridiculous. He's been shooting over 40%. I just truly believe the week layoff, and then the fact that it was just a bad night for him shooting the ball.
Yeah.
I've never seen him miss shots where he was in this game. I guarantee you, if he gets those shots tomorrow, he's going to have 20. And that's how I view it right there. I mean, yeah, it was tough for him last night. It was just one of them nights. But he worked hard. If you watched him during that game, his rebounding and everything else was top notch. he just couldn't knock down shots.
By the way, Warriors tonight, I think they'll be fine. Wiggins missed 23 games, and I just think he needs to get his wind and his legs under him. He kind of faded in the fourth quarter. Do you still view them? I mean, I didn't see the Denver game because I was watching other stuff. If I said to you, who will be the number one obstacle for the Suns if they can get it going, who worries you the most in the West? Take Phoenix out of it.
Well, right now, I got to say, if you're talking about us being worried about, I'm lost. Okay. Well, obviously the Clippers right now, right? But if you had to look at a team, you have to say the Lakers, man, the way they're playing. What they did yesterday in Memphis scared me. Like Austin Reeves. I mean, look, I like this kid. I saw that he can play and he's improved. What he did yesterday, that was just ridiculous. How many times, Colin, have you seen LeBron James go stand on the weak side and let somebody else handle the ball in the fourth quarter crunch time? Now, he played with Wade and obviously he played with Kyrie, but he was the one facilitating for them. He actually allowed Austin Reeves to facilitate late in the game. That says a lot about his trust in that kid.
Yeah. Okay, you're the coach of the Suns. What is your message in game 2?
Well, the message is, guys, we can't come out slow because what it did, it messed up our rotation. He had to play Kevin Durant 45 minutes. That should not happen. So the bench, it looks like the bench didn't step up. Well, the bench didn't play because he was worried about getting blown out. They're down 16. So it stretches the starters out, and that's what they can't do. They got to make sure they control the game early and allow their bench to come in. So in the fourth quarter, they'll have the energy to win it. I thought they fatigued in the fourth quarter when the Clippers got stronger because they got rest. So if I'm Monty, that's what I'm saying. The first 7 minutes of this ball game tomorrow, they have to play at a high level.
All right. Good stuff. Eddie Johnson, as always, Bally Sports Arizona since 2003. NBA Today Show, Sirius XM. 17 years. He was a bucket. Good seeing you, man. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.